Get the comfy chair!
Welcome to this episode of The Comfy Chair, our roundup of stuff we never got around talking about in the main podcasts for the last month. That month being May. So this is our June Comfy Chair. Right, a bit of housekeeping first. We're going to play a few trailers for other podcasts. And we're going to talk a bit about this, that and the other before we get into our main good, bad and odd sections.
Are you tired of film podcasts where the hosts exist in a constant, blissful state of agreement?
I mean, the main characters are two of the dullest main characters I have ever encountered in any film.
Well, you're in luck. Let me introduce you to Chinstroker and Punter. One is an ex-film student with a penchant for David Lynch and art cinema. The other is a man on the street. Listen in perplexed and horrified terror as we tear apart one film a week.
It just really
It's
isn't.
not visually striking.
No.
Just getting confirmation.
It's just that's the third time though. I mean, is this on?
You can find us at chinstrokerversuspunter.podomatic.com. So come and share the victory.
In a world where podcasts last over 3 hours,
You have no concept of time!
Balaban Studios presents A Stinking Pause,
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
starring Scotland
Yeah, be prepared for me to have a little bit to say about that one.
and Charles.
If Leslie Grantham can do it, and so can we.
Oh yeah.
Budget cut.
The Stinking Paws Movie Podcast, available on iTunes and Stitcher Radio.
Hotter than any uncurbed passion since last tango in Paris.
There's the Facebook group, and you can follow us on Twitter at Stinking Paws.
You've never laughed more at sex or a picture about it.
And download all our episodes at thestinkingpaws.blogspot.co.uk.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Right, first things first, Hall of Fame. We're going to have a new section, I think, at the beginning of this. Talk about what we want to induct, if anything, into one of our Halls of Fame, which is our main good and also our good, bad and odd. We've got two Halls of Fame. I want to propose Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
Any objections?
No?
It's a film that just sticks with me, basically. Can't stop thinking about it, really. It's just pure cinema. It's a really spectacularly good film. And I laughed back when I thought I gave it 8 out of 10 when I first saw it. And it's like, that's a ridiculous score. This is a really terrific, great film. Probably the film of the year, unless something really spectacular comes out. And, of course, we got Star Wars, so it might do.
And Jurassic Park.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, that's less likely. But
Yeah, it's less likely. This, I think, has changed the nature of action cinema again.
Yeah.
It's one of those kind of films, like The Matrix was, and like, I think Lord of the Rings falls into that category.
Changed the
actually.
fantasy genre, yeah. But
Yeah. Mad Max was and Aliens was another one that was a kind of a game changer as well. I think Mad Max Fury Road falls into that category, so I'd like it in the good hall. Just out and out good.
Yeah.
So you're fine with that? Okay,
Yeah.
that gets in. Got anything you want to propose for either hall?
I'd like to propose Godzilla Final Wars, actually.
For the good, bad and odd?
For good, bad and
Good or
odd.
bad and odd, yeah, because it has got a mix.
It's got some great action sequences with the kaiju and with the mutant fighters.
Yeah.
It's got some very bad dialogue.
Yep.
And the entire thing is very, very odd.
Yes. I didn't find there was that much bad about it, to be honest. Nothing was. significantly bad, but I'm kind of happy that it goes into the hall. It kind of caps off the Godzilla series for us in terms of the Toho Godzilla quite nicely, and quite a good representation of the good sides of that whole series actually, and the odd sides. So I'm fair enough. So we got 2 inductions: Mad Max Fury Road into our good, and Final Wars into our good, bad, and odd. The other thing I wanted to talk about is we got some feedback. An iTunes review. This was actually left by Anthony Rotolo, who I actually did a podcast with on our Kingology podcast. He came on and guested. It's the first time he's been on. He was a really good guest, but he actually took some time and trouble to give us quite a lengthy iTunes review, which was very nice. 5 stars.
Wow.
Here, I'll read out some of it. I won't read it out all, but you can certainly find our link on iTunes. You just go to our main website, and there's an iTunes link on the front page. You can go there and read the reviews. There's several reviews. A lot of them are quite old now, but there are several. But here's one. Here it is. It's tough to find mature, thoughtful sci-fi horror coverage among the weeds that have sprung into this crowded field. One show that deserves a higher profile is UK-based The Good, the Bad and the Odd, a multi-strand format that show caters to practically every taste in what we broadly term genre. I think that's a fair point. We do tend to cover genre, but we do mainstream too, but we're not Hollywood mainstream, are we? We're more action. The mainstream we cover is like where genre's broken out into the mainstream. That's the kind of thing we do. Yeah. And there's a lot of that now with superhero stuff and things like Mad Max, and it's kind of cool. I feel we're living through a bit in cinema where people were like going back to the 80s for their wellspring of inspiration, and I think it's a great time in cinema. Like the 80s was a great time in cinema. This is like taking it. Anyway, to continue, whatever your itch, The Good, the Bad, and the Odd is likely got your back. One week might be an instalment of a kaiju series or an excellent Kingology strand, which tackles King's bibliography, filmography in chronological order, or coverage of the old Star Trek animated series. Or maybe you're an apophile who can barely find mention of 1974's Planet of the Apes television series in the podosphere. At the time of this review, The X-Files has just been added to the roster, ensuring a good long run of that discussion. We're in good hands with our well-informed host. I will point out it's hosts, really. It's mostly the two of us.
Thanks.
But I do, when other people come on, it's always me and someone else, isn't it? So I think that's fair. But we are a host, not just one. Our Sherpa to guide our trek across the contours of the genre universe. The format's loose, but the approach is consistent. Each show is as long as needful for the subject at hand. I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
When he's not flying solo, and I do some solo, like the Kingology and the Star Trek stuff, he's joined by qualified guests. And that just to point out, tends to be the ones where we do have other guests when I do stuff like Star Trek or Stephen King. He's joined by qualified guests, which makes for compelling conversation. Add this to your rotation and your genre IQ will rise in short order. Thank you very much. Very nice review. 5 stars. Keeps us at an average of 5 stars. Some dick's gonna go on there and give us one.
Oh yeah.
But never mind, I don't care. It's better to be despised than ignored, I guess.
He's kind of making it sound like it's just you.
Well, I have strained to point that out while I've read it out. It isn't just me, though I tend to do more than you because I'll cover things like Star Trek and, as I say, Stephen King. But it is mostly the two of us, of course.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And I will point out, which I don't think I pointed out in the episode, we've just passed our 300th show.
Have we? Wow.
Well, the X-Files episode was our 300th show.
Oh, okay.
We don't make a big deal of it. Maybe we'll make a big deal at 500. I don't know. I mean, we're getting through 3 or 4 a week, so we're really powering compared to some.
Yeah.
But we like to keep it nice and short.
You must have quite a backlog now.
We have. We've got a lot. Well, it's been... Is it just been 4 years now? 4 years?
No, I'm saying that we've not put up.
Yes, we got.
We always seem to record like 5 or so a week.
Yeah, I've got at the time of recording this, I've got I think 5 to put up.
Okay.
So yeah, we are at work. But that because we have short shows, they're fairly easy to edit, and I kind of like keeping.
Yeah.
I much prefer the format we've now adopted, where it's shorter shows. I just find it easier to edit. It's easier to find a recording time. It's easier to do it in a more leisurely way, almost, isn't it? We can just watch as little as much as we want, and we tend to cram at the weekend, but we don't have to. Especially when we do stuff like the TV shows, particularly the anime, where they're fairly short. You can just watch one, can't you? While doing something, not doing something else, but between doing other things, and it's no bother really. Anyway, shall we get onto the main show, The Good?
Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women. That is good. That is good.
Okay, I've got a few things on the good list. I've got 6 things. I don't know how many you've got. Any idea? They are a mix of things.
I've got 8.
Okay, you go first then.
Okay, because, well, the rumour mill online has sort of been a buzz lately with games that are coming up in E3, because that's quite rapidly approaching, which is Electronics Entertainment Expo, where they announce all the big games and such. Yeah. And one of the games that rumours are stating is going to be announced is Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3? I thought you were going to say Far Cry 4, but no. Dark Souls 3, yeah.
So I've been playing Dark Souls 2 again to get myself back up.
Yes, you have, haven't you? I keep finding you do it. I was wondering why you were playing it again, because it feels like you only played it a little while ago.
Yeah, I did talk about it quite a lot back in there.
So Dark Souls 2 is your mention then?
Yeah.
Of good. Dark Souls. I've forgotten the platform. Is it PS4?
This one's on PS4. You can get sort of 2 versions of it now. There's the so-called vanilla version, which is on the original consoles, so Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
And there's the Scholar of the First Sin, which is on PS3, PS4, and Xbox One.
Right.
But the story sort of, you're sort of introduced to this land, Drangleic, and you're told that pretty much everything possible has gone wrong.
Right.
And you have to kill the king to try to make everything right.
Okay, tell us a bit about the gameplay. It's fighting?
The game, there's fighting in it, but fighting's pretty much all you do. But
not much stealth then.
No, there's no stealth. But you can. It really is based around what you choose to level up. So you might become a ridiculously powerful sorcerer. That's widely considered the game's easy mode if you
do it sorcery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can just level up your strength, pick a heavy sword, and beat monsters to death. And there are a huge variety of monsters.
Okay, so you've played this once before or more than once?
I played it through once before, but because they re-released it as the Scholar of the First Sin, I got that.
Okay. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of maybe.
Now, this version comes with all of the DLCs for the original game.
Oh, nice.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
And they are particularly good, because they introduce 3, ruined kingdoms from the past to your game.
Yeah.
That'd be this big sort of Elder God-y sort of relay clone.
Yeah.
Called Shulva. This big ash-covered tower called the Broom Tower.
Yeah.
And this frozen castle in the middle of nowhere called Eleum Lois.
Oh, okay.
They're all themed around different stuff. So in Shulva, you've got to kill a dragon. And that's the big sort of motivator for that DLC. In Broom Tower, you've got to try and find the source of this black mist that's covering the place.
Okay, so it's essentially a long fighting game.
Yeah.
Is it one of these ones that's really hard?
Yeah, it's...
Oh, I hate those.
It's a From Software game, so it's it's the sort of... If at first you don't succeed, try, die.
I can't be doing that. So are you looking forward to 3?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to 3 because there's been a lot of big hints with this Scholars of the First Sin stuff.
So
about
just to be clear, is it a trailer? It's a trailer. Or
no,
just
there's
an announcement?
just rumours at the moment.
Okay. Because I've not even heard of this.
So yeah.
I didn't know that was happening at all.
Yeah.
The one I was aware of was Far Cry 4.
You mean Fallout 4?
What do I mean? Yeah, I mean Fallout 4. I think I need to go back and visit because I basically played New Vegas for about 20 minutes, got stuck in a hotel where I seemed to have very little life, and every time I spawned, I died, and I got too fed up to continue. So I should have just started the game again, but I didn't. I just thought, I'm not wasting time doing this, and then it was kind of, that was it. But I do, especially after watching Mad Max, it kind of inspired me to try a Mad Max style game that I've not played yet. I've played I played loads of Borderlands. I've played a Rage, that was kind of good.
I played Rage this month as well.
Okay. But I haven't really played Fallout too much. So I think it's time I revisited it.
Fallout is, I think, the best.
Not New Vegas?
No, I was saying Fallout. The Fallout games, I think, are better than Borderlands or Rage.
I think they're better than Borderlands. I'm going to have to read it seriously. I'd certainly like
the gunplay isn't as good.
I do like the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's Fallout New Vegas, especially with the DLCs, it gets all... it gets really sort of weird and... Like this, you go and visit these ancient abandoned casinos where there's like, it's kind of hard to describe. There's like ghouls almost that patrol.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
Dark Souls.
We were talking about Dark Souls 2 and Fallout.
The trailer for Fallout 4 looks good.
Oh, is there a trailer?
Yeah. There's a teaser trailer.
Just an announcement. Oh,
nope.
Man, I'm so out of the loop.
There's a trailer and it's like really heavily themed around this dog companion for some vault wanderer.
Okay.
Because you always play someone that's been spat out of a vault in the Fallout games.
Oh right. Oh, okay. What other? I mean, personally, I'm looking forward to Batman Arkham Knight. This month, and I'm also looking forward to seeing the Mad Max game too. And I watched a bit of the gameplay for that, and it looked really good. I mean, he uses the shotgun. There seems to be good car action and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it looks like it could be pretty cool. Is there any others you're anticipating?
I'm kind of looking forward to Star Wars Battlefront, because that's coming out.
Of course.
However, it's being made by DICE, which while the games themselves may be good, the ways their like business platform for them is atrocious.
They salami out the
they
content, do they?
completely butcher a game and then just sell
bits,
like little bits of it for loads of money.
You have to just wait until a Game of the Year edition comes out. Sometimes
they don't even do that. Well, or you get the cost of the game again as the premium version.
Yeah. Well, if you don't mind waiting, that's all right.
Also, they've sort of scalped the game from when it was like back when me and you would play it.
Oh, okay.
So there's fewer vehicles you can get in. It's only Rebels and Galactic Empire. Yeah.
We'll see. It's not one I was intending to buy on the day it comes out, unlike probably Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
But it's something I'll be keeping an eye on. I remember what I wanted to say. Well, can I ask? I don't know off the top of my head. Are the people that made Fallout also the people that made Red Dead Redemption?
No.
It's just the gameplay feels quite similar.
And
I've played a lot of Red Dead. Okay.
Yeah. The people that made Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
So Skyrim, Oblivion, and the newer Dooms, really.
Okay, can I do my next?
Yeah.
My good. I want to mention a TV series we both watched, series 1 of The Thin Blue Line. Mid-90s show written by Ben Elton, starring Rowan Atkinson and a few other people. Really funny show. Really enjoy watching it again. Rowan Atkinson really makes it, but there's also another guy who's, I don't know the actor's name, but it's called Inspector Grimm, and he cracks me up too. And they're almost like the two sides of a coin of what old fellas are like, you know.
Yeah.
And they go on about stuff, so it's kind of amusing. And it's basically the British police force, you know, not in London, but outside of London, in a sort of town, just doing goofy stuff, and it's pretty hilarious. It's your first time watch for you. You enjoy it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's David Haig is Inspector Grimm.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very.
I especially
very
like how
comedian.
every single episode he gets shown up completely at the end.
And he also does a specific rant every episode,
Yeah.
and says things like "oity toity
Namby
and he goes on
pamby,
like that. And he also makes really inappropriate remarks about the trouble coming his way. He says things like, "You'll cock up my ass," and things like that. Oh my God.
Especially like stuff where he's like, "You never find the likes of me running around doing criminals," and they walk into a room about this young offender they found. And he's like, "Son."
Yeah, that's very funny. Yeah. Anyway, that's one of my goods. What's your next one?
Okay, I've watched all of Archer.
All of it? What?
Yeah.
4 series? Or
Six series. Now,
wow, that is
this
impressive.
is
You must have
ridiculous.
loved this.
Yeah, it was so funny. Oh my God, there's just at least one joke an episode where I'm just in stitches completely.
It is a fantastic world and brilliant writing.
Yeah.
I've only watched season 1 and half of season 2. For some reason, I just stopped. But I need to get back to
There's
it.
so many completely out of nowhere jokes that just catch you. Like there's a bit where they end up on a space station, and Archer of course does something that gets himself thrown in the brig.
Yeah, as always.
And he gets a tennis ball. He's like, "Oh well, I'll just be here reliving the Great Escape." And he throws the tennis ball, and there's like a couple of seconds wait, and it sort of slowly floats back into view.
Nice. I mean, Archer is the main driver of the comedy.
Yeah.
That actor is the one that... But there is some funny stuff. The whole vibe with his mother is just weird as well.
Yeah.
There's how he treats his butler, how he treats women generally. You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a shame his butler got kind of dropped from the last season.
Oh, that's a shame. Maybe the voice actor stopped or died or something.
No, I don't think he died, but
maybe he didn't.
They do like make loads of jokes about it. Like he starts printing off help lost butler posters and putting them up.
Now, was this on Netflix?
The first 5 were on Netflix.
Netflix US, yeah.
Yeah, the rest I watched online.
Okay, cool. Wow, so you're really up to date. I need to get on that.
Yeah, it's so
I mean, we
funny.
don't often talk about comedy stuff, do we? Because comedy is kind
it's
of...
hard to sort of review.
All you do is repeat the jokes,
Yeah.
kind of thing. All we can sort of say is we liked it. Much with the Thin Blue Line.
It did take kind of a funny twist about season 5, because, you know, they sort of agreed that they'd stop using the name ISIS. Due to...
Yeah.
So, to sort of alleviate this, they had ISIS getting raided by the FBI, and it revealed that they were doing all of their spying stuff illegally.
Wow.
So they're now traitors.
Wow,
And now
a bit
they're-
like Edward Snowden.
Yeah,
kind
but
of,
they somehow weaseled their way out of it. Apparently, the mother has something on the president or something.
Oh, well, that's handy.
something like that.
Yeah.
But they end up somehow with a literal ton of cocaine that they have to
Wow.
sell.
They have to sell cocaine.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
all
it does revert back to them being a spy agency for season 6. So,
Oh, good. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, okay, shall I do my
Yeah.
next one? Game. PS4 game, Wolfenstein Old Blood, the sort of add-on game, short game. It's not particularly expensive, so it's deliberately short. It's like 6 hours or something. Revisiting the Wolfenstein universe, much the same as the first Wolfenstein New Order, but actually sort of not quite as grim. There was some really grim stuff in New Order, and this was kind of much more just shooting Nazis and fighting them and sticking knives in their necks and stuff like that. So pretty straightforward action, reasonably fun. Really quite enjoyed it. I might play it again sometime. I kind of like short games now and again because you can just blast through them and you're done. And it kind of works.
yeah, you
well.
say this, but I had to play like half of that game for you.
Yeah.
It seems to be a running thing that I have to beat the final boss of Wolfenstein for you.
I just get bored of final bosses. So
This was a fairly poor final boss.
That one. Even I beat that, didn't I?
No, I beat that for you.
Okay, all right. Okay, back to you.
Okay, I've been playing this this recent game called Subnautica.
What platform's that on?
PC. It's this sort of... The sort of premise for it is you're on a spaceship that crashed on this sea planet.
Yeah.
You managed to get off the ship in an escape pod.
Yeah.
But you've now got to try and survive on this planet. It's a sort of survival thing.
Cool, yeah.
Game.
So what's it like? I'm trying to picture what's it like. Is it first
all
person?
underwater?
Third person?
Yes, first person.
First.
All underwater, so you had to swim about.
Is it exploration then?
Yeah, there's a lot of exploration.
That sounds dull, but tell me about it.
It's a really good looking game.
Yeah?
I suggest going and looking up videos on it because you kind of get the same experience as playing it. But it's very immersive in literally that you do sort of get into it with digging out coral and trying to avoid these shark creatures as you swim about, and eventually you end up building submarines and such and fighting these huge Cthulhuoid creatures underwater.
Oh, we always like a bit of Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I haven't found any, unfortunately.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So it's PC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, my next good is a film I've been meaning to watch for ages, never get around to. A Clint Eastwood film called Gran Torino, which you probably recognise the name, presumably.
Yeah, I recognise him. Isn't that the one where he's like an old racist?
Kinda, yeah. He is an old racist, but he kind of helps a young... I've forgotten what country. They're not Korean. They're from the Far East, if that's the right term. I'm not sure. They're a family that fought in Vietnam on the side of the Americans, but after the war they kind of got persecuted. It was really good drama. He's famous for that internet meme of Clint Eastwood looking really angry.
Yeah.
And that scene is particularly funny because his son and daughter-in-law are trying to put him into an old people's home. And they're talking about it as he's getting angrier and angrier, so that was a good thing. But in fact, the general story I thought was a really solid drama. I really enjoyed it. And if you haven't caught it, I'm guessing a lot of people have already caught it, but if you haven't caught it, it's a definite not enthralling, but engrossing watch. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Right, back to you.
Okay, I've been playing a Spider-Man game called Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
PS3?
Yeah.
Guessing?
And this...
Is this after watching Our Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah.
2? Yeah.
But this one's... It's about a symbiote invasion of New York. So it's Venom... Well, it's just Venom on the side of the symbiotes. But it's... You know what I mean when I say a symbiote?
Yes.
Stuff like Carnage and Venom, yeah.
Venom and that.
But Spider-Man somehow, during a fight with Venom, he gets his black suit back.
Cool.
And the black suit, it gives him a whole different set of abilities and such.
Oh, right.
And it eventually sort of... You start uncovering this, There's sort of two plot lines. There's the symbiote plot line and the New York plot line. Mm-hmm. And they sort of meet about halfway through the game. Symbiote plotline is all about Venom slowly producing more symbiotes, and it starts to infect people, and it gets all prototypey.
Yeah.
And the New York plotline is all about Kingpin trying to make moves to make himself more money. But you end up having to fight a lot of Spider-Man's villains, so you end up fighting Black Cat and Vulture and Rhino. And then later on in the game, you have to fight them again as symbiotes, which is really fun, because they get, stupidly powerful abilities, like Black has a sonic scream and such.
Okay.
But the story's really cool, because it gives you a lot of choices throughout, and, it gives you the option between doing something evil and something good.
It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, but the thing is, half the evil things sound really good. they're like more sort of obviously good.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit where you have to beat a black cat, and like you can either just sort of callously walk off and go and help Moon Knight fight something,
Yeah.
or you can sort of stick around and help her. Now, which would you guess would be the evil option?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Don't know.
Now, my only major problem about this is this is possibly the whiniest iteration of Spider-Man. This includes Tobey Maguire.
I like Tobey Maguire. I know he gets a lot of stick because of Free, but I kind of liked him as Spider-Man myself.
No, but it's the voice acting that really makes this whiny because he's like Mary Jane sort of thing.
Yeah, that
it's
doesn't
really
work.
great.
That sounds bad. That sounds bad.
Though, I've got to be fair, it's some of the most fun like Spider-Man combat I've played.
Right.
The web sling, you've got loads of moves you can do while you're web slinging as well. So
that sounds cool.
like kicks
I mean, I remember playing Spider-Man games on the PS2, and they were really fun.
Yeah.
Now I might have a go at that at some point. I tend to not play much on the PS3, but I might have a go.
Give it a go. I think some of our better games are on it.
Okay. I will give Spider-Man a go, I think. Okay, my next good is a film again. It's an old Errol Flynn film called The Adventures of Robin Hood, which I've never seen before. It's made in 1938, one of the very first mainstream colour films. I think it was made before Gone with the Wind and Wizard of Oz and stuff like that. It's a really fun film. It's got the same level of characterisation and plotting as, say, a Flash Gordon serial.
So not much.
Not much. But it is a lot of fun, and Errol Flynn's really dynamic in it, and he's bursting with energy. He basically talks really fast, and you can tell it's almost like he just can't wait to start fighting again.
I did see some of the fighting. It was really good.
It's a lot of fun. It's a good fun film. Solid watch. Really pleased I got around to seeing it. Again, it's a 4 out of 5 for me. Back to you.
Okay, I've been playing a game that was on the PlayStation members marketplace for a while. You know what I mean, the free monthly games.
PS Plus, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's called Rogue Legacy. I
heard of that.
It's a roguelike, so it's like you explore castles and get money and kill monsters and sort of thing. But the sort of main thing about this is every time your character dies, you're given a random set of new characters that you can pick from that are the previous character's children.
So you're evolving through time.
Yeah, but not really. It's like all randomly sort of generated.
Is this on the
PS4.
Okay.
Now you can use money to buy sort of upgrades, so you get more classes that you can be, abilities that you have, and such.
Yeah.
But every time you enter the dungeon, the way you go taking stuff, any money that you had is lost completely. Death takes all your money.
So you don't really want to die then?
No, you don't.
No,
well, that's a general rule of thumb.
What is it? Third person, first person?
It's a side scroller.
Side scroller. Okay, does it play a bit like? I'm trying to think of a side scroller now. Can't think of any. Yeah. Okay. So are you going up and down?
Yeah, you're generally just sort of wandering through dungeons trying to find gold, smashing
boxes. Is it more
boxes.
stealth or action?
It's all action. There's no stealth.
Just punching and fighting and stuff. What is it? Punching or is it throwing?
It's sword fighting.
Sword fighting. Okay. Like
I'll show you it sometime.
Yeah. Sounds alright. Yeah. So a lot of fun, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is a game, actually, and I kind of touched on it already. Arkham Asylum. I've been playing that through again. I have played it through, I think, 3 times before, so this is my 4th. A lot of fun. It's just they've really got the stealth and fighting dynamics down really well in this game, and it really suits Batman, and it does feel like Batman proper. You know, he's got all the gadgets. He has to use his gadgets to get around.
Yeah.
There's no real weak points in the game, in my opinion. I think it's all fairly solid. And it just looks great as well. It still stands out. It's quite an old game now, but it still really stands out up on a big screen.
God, that's almost 8 years old now.
Yeah. I still prefer it of the 3 Batman games that are out. It's still my preference.
Really?
But but having said that, I want to play through the other 2 just to get a feel of it. I know there's some. Certainly, Arkham City's got a lot more of the stuff I like.
in Arkham City.
There is some excellent stuff in Arkham City, and it's tougher, isn't it? You're fighting a lot more people. The stealth stuff's a lot more fun because you have to take down more people in any one environment.
Yeah, the combat's also sort of more evolved. You're more ready to take on larger groups. You can like double counter and such.
Yes. Countering the art of Batman really is countering when you're in a group, isn't it? It's just make it timing your countering properly. He's a counter puncher rather than a puncher. Where once it gets
though, if you do get into the flow, you can destroy large groups of goons.
But yeah, I definitely like Arkham Asylum. I've been playing on the Xbox 360, but I think we got it on a few different things. Or am I dreaming?
We got it through PlayStation Plus on PS3.
We got it on the PS3.
But that's it.
Okay,
we just have the other Arkham games. So.
Right, cool. Okay, back to you.
I've been watching Robot Chicken, the Star Wars Robot Chickens. To be precise.
Yeah, they're solid.
They're so much fun.
I do sometimes watch some of the other Robot Chickens, but what I find is if you watch it too frequently, it gets tiresome.
Yeah.
It's much more an occasional. But having said that, the Star Wars ones are very solid.
Yeah.
Very solid. More solid than, say, the Family Guy Star Wars stuff, I think, which kind of really went off the board.
I think there's like the occasional joke in the Family Guy Star Wars specials that's just so funny. Like when the AT-AT falls over, then it sits back up and does the whole...
No, I really like that. Just talking about Family Guy ones, I really think the first two are great, but I'm really not impressed by the third one.
Yeah.
But the Robot Chicken stuff's consistently good.
Yeah.
And they got some great ideas in it.
Particular favourite gag of mine is it's about the the alien Luke almost gets into a fight with in the bar.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's just like a really nice guy, and his friend's trying to be like ballsy. He gets his arm cut off, and he's like an architect or a graphic designer, that sort of thing. Something where you have to draw a lot. He can't do it. He gets like fired.
I like the Emperor in the Robot Chicken stuff.
Yeah, he's so
Was
fun.
it Papa Palpatine?
Papa Palpatine.
And he's like,
what do you mean you lost
smell?
it?
And all that. I also like the guy that sweeps up at the bottom of a huge drop and like the Emperor fall. The
Emperor like smacks into it.
Yeah, people keep smacking into it. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Isn't there also a scene where Leia and Luke are in bed and Leia says, "Well, that was weird."
Yeah, no, it's Luke that goes on that. Something feels wrong about this. Another good one features like a guy in the Jedi Council complaining that it's only Yoda that makes the decisions.
Yeah,
he's like, we will tell the Chancellor about the Council's lessened ability to use the Force. Who can't use the Force? I can use the Force.
Yeah,
and he ends up being like a cafeteria worker on the Death Star.
Yeah,
it's really funny.
It is worth watching, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so I'll go back to I've got my last good.
I'm done with goods.
Okay, I've got my last one. It's a board game we've both been playing, Betrayal on House on the Hill.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I think you brought it to my attention.
Yeah, we both saw it. I saw it on Tabletop.
I watched the Tabletop and I thought it looked really good, actually.
Yeah.
And we got it, and we've played a few games. We're still kind of feeling our feet with it, because some of the end games of some of its choices are quite complex. But I think we just need to read the rules a bit more.
Yeah.
But it is a really good board game. It's really kind of rich and engrossing.
Yeah.
And I just like the dynamic of you're working together, exploring this house, and the game grows as you're playing, and then suddenly one of you is a betrayer, and then you all have to gang up. It does feel like sometimes one side or the other is massively overpowered compared to the other, so it gets to a fairly easy end game. But it's still a fun journey,
Yeah, I do like all the huge variety of end games. Like there's werewolves, there's one where you summon the Ouroboros, there's dragons. We played one recently where demons were involved.
Yeah, it's cool.
We had pretty much the One Ring within the game.
Yes.
That was kind of fun.
We played one with a blob that we kind of got a bit unstuck with, but I think now we know it a bit better, we wouldn't do. You have to take time to find the right pieces.
Really? A blob that we got stuck with?
Yeah. You have to take... What I do think is you have to find the right pieces when something happens, because we kind of try and wing it and then we get confused because we can't remember where we're at. And, you can't wing it, I don't think. You have to kind of get on with it, do it properly, and take the time to find the right stuff. There's loads of pieces in the world. Anyway, that finishes our good section. Let's have a little bit of a break and we'll get back to bad.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Okay, we're back for the bad. I've only got one thing.
I've got two.
You go first then.
Okay, one of the games that I saw on the PlayStation Plus during the free, one of the 3 things, was a game called Tower of Guns.
Tower of Guns.
Tower of
Guns. Is it a tower game?
No. It's a first-person shooter.
Okay, was it PS4?
Yeah.
Go on then, tell me about it.
Problem was, it was ridiculously bad.
Yeah?
It was just no fun, because all of the opponents were just still towers.
They it's like a
shot in
static shooting gallery?
No, you can move about freely. It's like a first-person shooter proper, but instead of proper enemies, they've just got these static things that stay there and shoot at you. In addition, it looks like a game for the PlayStation 2. The graphics are really bad for this.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
but one-man show, but
it was just so bad. The gun wasn't like... It was just so slow to fire that it took... Everything took ages.
I've got to ask, how long did you play this for?
I played this for an hour.
Why?
To see if it would get anything good.
I don't understand playing it. Mind you, I've got less time on my hands than you, I guess. I just do not see the point of playing a game that's boring after 5. I give up what are supposed to be good games after 5 minutes if I'm...
Yeah, you dropped Bioshock Infinite because nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you weren't listening to anything that was happening.
Nah, I wasn't that interested. It just didn't... It was alright, but, anyway. Okay, my bad is Werewolf of London, which we did talk about briefly in our
watched
podcast. I watched it all, yeah. It never got any better. It was just quite poor. All the male actors were really bad. The female actors quite good. The only notable thing about the whole film was the
werewolf putting the hat.
Makeup. Oh yeah, the werewolf putting the hat on, yeah. And I remembered this quite fondly, so this rewatch was quite a big disappointment to me. I do remember seeing it and thinking it was pretty good, but I think I was about 10. So it was just the thrill of seeing a werewolf film, because there weren't many werewolf films when I was that age. There really weren't. There's a lot more since the 80s. But in the 70s and before, there was very few. There was the Wolfman and there was the werewolf and there was a few others. But this one wasn't great. Anyway, back to you.
Okay, I played a game called Race to the Sun. Now, this was again on PlayStation Plus. It's about a spaceship that's sort of going towards the sun, and you have to avoid obstacles that are coming in your way.
I thought that was a good game.
Yeah, it was, and although I'll admit that it is good that they change the course every day.
Do they?
Yeah, they completely change up the world. That's kind of good.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it once you've gotten bored of it. There's no replayability to it.
Really? It looks like it's a game that can be infinitely replayable. How about that? I thought it looked good. I've even got it on my Vita.
It's got like a weird leveling up system that it gives you... Once you hit a certain point, it gives you practically impossible requirements.
That's what's bothering
stuff
you,
like do 30 barrel rolls without dying.
While you're avoiding things.
Yeah, while you're avoiding objects, which, for those that don't know, to do a barrel roll in this game, you have to veer to one side for a fairly long time, and then suddenly veer to the other.
And do 30 in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that sounds impossible, actually.
The highest I've done is
I'm quite
3.
surprised you put that in the bad, because I've only saw you play a bit of it, but it looked pretty good to me, and it looked like it'd be a game that's well suited to the Vita, actually.
Yeah, it probably is more suited to the Vita than the PlayStation 4.
But I haven't played it much. In fact, I rarely play on the Vita, that's why. Okay, I think that's the end of our bad section. We haven't got that much bad stuff. Yeah. Let's have a little break again and get into the odd.
I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's beer.
Okay, so we're back for our odd section. I'll start with this because I think I've got a few more than you. Some of them, I've got a couple of films and a TV show and a book. So first film I want to mention is a horror film called It Follows that came out very recently. It's a horror film that kind of is an allegory of sexually transmitted disease, in that you have sex and this weird thing starts following you, and the only way you can get rid of it, if it gets you, you die. Basically, you get brutally sort of ripped to pieces, kinda. Though it's not that graphic. So the only way you can pass it on is to have sex with someone else, and then they become the target for the thing. And then if the thing gets them, it starts tracking you, and so on. So if you pass it on and it keeps going, you'll never see it again. But there's always a chance.
Yeah.
Really good, really suspenseful, great music that harked back to the 80s. It was a kind of a synth score, reminded me a bit. The whole film reminded me quite a lot of Halloween in a good way. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. It had a few flaws, but mostly it was a good film. I'll give it 4 out of 5. Over to you.
Okay, I've been playing a game called Rage, sort of on the back of Mad Max a few weeks ago.
Rage is solid.
Yeah, but it's very odd when you play it.
Is it odd? I don't remember it being. Remember it being quite conventional.
It's kind of weirdly indirect about what it wants you to do.
Because you do wander around a lot.
Yeah, it's mostly wandering, and then there's all sorts of weird stuff, like the mutants that have octopus tentacles. Stuff like that.
You know what? I don't remember that.
There's the weirdly. You're supposed to be in. I think you're supposed to be in America somewhere.
Yeah.
That doesn't particularly explain why there's an entire gang themed around English yobbos.
Well, okay. I remember it being more about driving to places.
Yeah, there's a lot of driving, and the driving is particularly fun.
Yeah,
so
and it's quite good,
vehicle.
Isn't it? It's different from Borderlands. Borderlands feels more cartoonish. This feels more realistic. In fact, it does. When I saw Fury Road, it made me think of Rage.
Yeah,
it kind of feels that kind of vibe, doesn't it? Made by the guys that made Doom, isn't it?
Yeah, id Software. It got to a point where I was given a new car, and I looked at it for a second. I just went, "Is that the Interceptor?"
Ah, wow, nice.
Is it? No, it was like a pickup truck with the front sort of pulled out, and it looked from the front. It looked like the Interceptor.
I have a feeling that until the Mad Max game comes out, Rage is probably the closest to Mad Max.
Yeah.
Though of course Borderlands and Fallout are close too.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, my next odd is a film made in the early 70s about basically a guy in Australia. He's on his way to Sydney. He ends up in this town in the middle of nowhere, where it's very masculine and sort of tough place. And the men all insist that you drink with them if you're in their company, and you have to drink. When they drink their beer, you have to drink your beer, otherwise it's insulting. It's kind of, like this really aggressive friendliness, if I can put it that way.
So Australian friendliness.
Yeah, the film's called Waking Fright. It's one that gets a lot of. It was lost for a while, I think, and got refound. It's when did I find? I think I found it on YouTube. I can't remember for sure. Oh no, I got it on a rental. I got it rented this. And the main actor in it kind of reminds me of Peter O'Toole in Laurence of Olivier.
Directed by the guy who made Rambo.
Yes, it was. And Donald Sutherland's in it. Sorry, not Donald Sutherland. Donald Pleasance is in it as this drunkard doctor who lives in this back of beyond place. And there's some really grim scenes in it. There's like these guys take this guy hunting kangaroos, and not only do they shoot them, if it's wounded, they'll get out and start fighting a kangaroo with a knife.
Well, I think with kangaroos are like one of the animals that you'd be surprised how often they beat people up.
Yes, I mean these guys know that, and they still go out and try and fight it by hand,
again,
with a knife.
Aussies.
Yeah, and it's kind of a really weird film. It takes some weird turns. Really enjoyable though. I mean, basically, this guy earns enough money. He's almost in like bonded labour because he's taken a loan out from the Australian government to be teacher training, and he has to do a certain amount of teacher training to repay the loan. And now he has to go wherever they post him, and he's been posted. So he's really resentful of it. But he goes into this gambling place with all these guys gambling loads of money. They're all like miners, tough miners. and he wins it in almost half the amount he needs to get out of his, his bonded sort of loan. So he goes, one more, and he goes back to his room, counts all. He says, one more spin and I could be free. So he goes back and loses it all. And then he cashes in his wages, goes back, loses that. So he's stuck in this town, can't get out, got no money, trying to get a job. And these blokes are saying, oh, mate, cheer up. Do you want a drink? And he say, no, thank you. And he said, you drink with me, right? And he says, but I can't buy you a drink, mate. He goes, did I ask you to buy me a drink? You drink with me. So, it's that kind of vibe. Yeah. It's quite an unpleasant kind of place. Really good, though. 4 out of 5. Anyway, back to you.
Okay, I've been also been playing a game called Kingdoms of Amalur.
I played this a lot in the past.
This is a very weird game.
It's weird, but it's a really rich and fun game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is spectacularly fun. There are some particularly weird bits. For example, you play as this being called the Fateless One.
Yeah.
Which you are outside the realm of prophecy. If someone is prophesied to die on a certain day, you can stop that happening. And somehow there's a prophecy about you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I do remember I played it for 30 odd hours and I didn't even feel like I was near.
Yeah, that's,
I don't think I was
the
even
main problem.
For the middle. It's a massively
as an
long
experiment,
game.
I just started doing missions of specifically avoiding the main story missions.
Yeah.
I've completed over 100, and I'm still not really out of the first area.
But I'll tell you what, the weaponry and the attacks are really fun, aren't they?
It gets especially fun when you start to craft your own weapons.
Yeah.
So you get this big, burning greatsword or something.
I really like the throwing weapons in it. It really is a great dynamic.
Chakrams and I can't remember the other. I think it's staves and such.
But they're magical things that return to you, aren't they?
Yeah, those are the chakrams.
And you've got special attacks that are kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Really good game. It's one of my favourite games, actually. And it's not much talked about, is it?
No.
I don't think.
I think it's kind of forgotten in comparison to stuff like Skyrim and Fallout.
I'd rather play Kingdoms of Amalur than Skyrim. I like Dragon Age, but even so, I think Kingdoms of Amalur is better.
Can I just make a recommendation for a game you should play?
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, that's fun because you actually climb on the thing.
Yeah, you're climbing up and down the hydras.
Yeah, I might try that. Okay, my next odd is Blackadder Series 1. It's odd because it's an odd...
Yeah, it's like the odd one out of the series.
It's much darker and weirder, It keeps a dwarf in his room in a cage for the whole series. Not a word mentioned of it. Occasionally you see Baldric feeding it or patting it on the head, and things like that. And there's lots of blood and weird Shakespearean jokes, and basically he's a different Blackadder from the Blackadder we used to from 2 to 4.
Blackadder's
he's a real nerdy,
the other Blackadders are charismatic.
They're
still wormy, but they're charismatic. They can hold their own.
They're cleverer than everyone else in the room, pretty much. This one isn't. In fact, Baldric's smarter than Blackadder in this series. I mean, the first episode where he kills King Richard by accident.
That's so funny.
It's funny, but it's dark.
His reaction of, oh my God, I've killed Uncle Richard.
Yeah. Brian Blessed is awesome in this. Really awesome as, I can't remember his name, King
Richard IV.
Richard IV.
Yeah.
But
he was originally going to be one of the sort of continuity characters. He was always going to play the royals, where there was how there's always a Blackadder, there's always a Melcher, there's always a Baldric.
I actually think
he was going to be the royals, so that means he would have been Queenie.
That would have been absolutely bizarre. I think I prefer
George
as it is. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. George, that wouldn't have worked. They'd have had to have written it completely differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm mentioning I do enjoy it. It's the least of the 4 series. It's the one I enjoyed the least, but I still think it's okay. But it's an odd one. It's an odd one, which is why I'm including it here. Okay, back to you.
Okay, I watched an episode of American Dad. Mostly
one episode.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's an episode. It's like a sort of one-off episode where it's themed around James Bond.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's called Tearjerker.
Oh wow! I bet they got a theme song a bit like Goldfinger.
Yeah, they have this whole like thing of like tears dropping and they turn into women and yada yada. And it's like the villain's nefarious plan is to make everyone in the world cry themselves to death.
Okay.
By forcing them to watch a film by making hundreds of other terrible films. Like, they give a really good example. A remake of Raiders of the Lost Ark, but with all dogs.
Wow.
Called Raiders of the Lost Bark.
Wow. Pun title.
But yeah.
Sorry, did you say American Dad?
Yeah, American Dad.
American Dad, yeah.
But the film is just so funny because it's like, it's so obviously playing on stuff that Hollywood does. So it's stuff like
Twilight.
No. It's. I'm talking about. I think this film may have inspired A Fault in Our Stars because it's just like, they have cancer and they're dying and they got this and he's missing a leg and what this, that, and the other.
It does sound like
because it's got like the like saddest film. The thing that he's going to get everyone to cry themselves to death with is about a mentally retarded Jewish boy in World War II. Who's an alcoholic, whose puppy dies of cancer. And it keeps going on like that. And it's it's just so brilliant.
Is it it's a 20-minute?
Yeah, it's a regular episode, but it's just entirely themed. So, like, instead of M, it's D. So the director. Okay. And it's still instead of Q, it's got S. It's Steve. And all his inventions are just about making women's breasts bigger.
Nice.
Which does come in handy, weirdly.
Oh, bizarre. Okay, I've got two more odds. Have you got any more?
No, that's it.
Okay, I'll run through this pretty quickly. One was a book, The Greatest Sci-Fi Movies Never Made. It's a book that details these various film projects that never took off, but bizarrely, since it was written, some of them have taken off. For example, one of the chapters is on John Carter from Mars. John Carter of Mars, I should say. Another one mentioned, which is probably the one I really wanted to read after watching the documentary Jodorowsky's Dune, was it talks about Jodorowsky's Dune. But there's various other ones. There's things like there's various Star Trek ones, and again, written before the Star Trek reboot. So it talks about, there were plans to do a film centered around the Star Trek Academy. And it's kind of weird to read it now that that's come to pass. It's quite an entertaining read, though, reading about all these projects that supposedly never came to pass, though some of them have now. There's stuff like Tim Burton's Superman, or Kevin Smith's Superman.
Yeah.
Stuff like there was a planned movie of The Outer Limits, things like that.
That sounds good.
It's kind of a fun book. It's worth reading. Unfortunately, it's not on Kindle. It's only a paperback, but that's fine. And my last one is I watched a film called, after watching The Wolfman, I watched a film called Wolf Cop, which is on Netflix US. It's a goofy film. It's a fun film. It's one of those films where several things happen where you can say it's the one where X happens. For example, someone literally gets their face ripped off at one point. We get turning into a werewolf scene where it focuses on his dick. He's having a piss.
Oh, for God's sake!
And stuff like that. It was fun. I'll give it 3 out of 5 kind of score, but it was okay. Anyway, I think that's it. I think we need to wind it up there. We're running out of time. So that's it for this month's June, and we'll be back in a month.
This month's June.
Sorry. This month's Comfy Chair. It's the June Comfy Chair, but it's actually about what we did in May.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with another one of these in a month's time. Bye from me.
Bye.